You might not be. But our people as a whole, I know you can't tell me that you don't know that. Because my grandparents would do it. My aunts and my uncles would do it. Right. My cousins would do it. They getting ready for Christmas right now. And that is not of the Bible. That's of this white man right here. Caesar Borgia. The devil the Bible speaks of. That's not the God of the Bible. My God is not a white man. That's Christianity. That's what he was bringing out earlier, Jeremiah 10. That's not in the Bible. That's white man religion. So we're getting away from that. We're trying to show people the fixes. Go back to the fix I said. What's the second one I said? Leviticus 19.
Which one?
No, 16. Yeah, watch this.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17.
Immediate fix. Watch this.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
It said what?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Believe this Bible or not, the scriptures that are coming out are easy wisdoms to be understood. I shouldn't hate my brother in my heart. That's easy wisdom to understand. Do our people as a whole, not you, sis, because there's something in your spirit that had you not only pull up, but come pull over and speak with us. So I'm not talking about you, all right? But I'm saying as a collective, do our men deal with hatred towards our other men on a daily basis? Yes, we do. So read that again.
Verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So if you got something that's telling you not to do it, how is that bad?
Right.
How is that bad? He's saying don't hate your brother in your heart. But you know why we hate each other? You know why? Because when we see white people, we see God. And when we see black people, we see the devil. Instead of understanding that it's actually the reverse in the Bible.
Right.
Give me Revelation 1 and 19. I mean 1 and 14. Watch this.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Come on.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So I want you to know that we're going to reveal Jesus Christ. Keep reading down. Don't jump to 14 yet. Watch this.
Which God gave unto him to show
to what?
To show unto his servants.
So the first thing you often hear in Christianity is that it doesn't matter. But the Bible says, I'm going to give you some information that I want you to show to some people in the latter days. Watch this. Read.
14.
14, yep.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Come on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White, woolly hair. Like yours, white in color. White, woolly hair. Can this white man have, this white man don't have that. So we already got strike one against the image that you say is a white man's book. But it's already saying that this can't be the image of the God of this book. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Come on.
As white as snow.
Come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
The whites of his eyes was red. That merely goes into sometimes when you drink alcohol or wine, the whites of your eyes turn red. If you got any uncles, you might know what I'm talking about already, because I know mine were like that. All right, watch this. Read.
And his feet.
Sis, you got on sandals, just like when he looked at Christ and he saw the image, he had. Wait. So if it's a white man's book, why would it notate that the God of this book is a black man?
Right.
Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now, go ahead.
As if they burned in a furnace.
When you burn brass, what color does it come? No, when you burn brass, what color does it become? They say, read it again. Brass, what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
Once you burn something in a furnace, what color does it become? It says burned in a furnace. Once you burn something in a furnace, what color does it become? If you burn toast, what color does it become? If you burn paper, what color does it become? Rice. I'm gonna give you rice. That was a good one. Rice. Right? Oh, right. Anything, generally speaking, and in terms of this, it becomes darker in complexion.
Right.
So the Bible just described a black man.
Right.
The Bible described the God of this book as a black man. By the way, King James was not a black man. He was a Moor. He was a king of Scotland.
Right.
He was a Moor. But a lot of our people don't know that history. You know why? Because we rely on white man history. We rely on a white man to teach us. We have to go and bring this information out. You got to learn about the 1,000 years of Moorish rule in Europe. We were the kings. We were the nobility.
Right.
King James was of that lineage. He was not a white man. This is very important to know, sis. All right? So God of the Bible is a black man. Now go back to Leviticus, because now if I understand in my mind that because let me ask you this question, sis. What was your name again? Angie. All right, I'm Hezeki. All right, so listen, Angie. If the God of the Bible was black and he came to this earth, what do you think his family looked like? What do you think his mother, his father, what do you think his brothers and sisters look? Because if you know the Bible, Jesus had a big family. What do you think his family looked like? No, they're not Arab. We just read.
That area of the planet.
There you go, white man. Here go white man doctrine.
They're from that area of the planet,
Which-
so they're probably brown.
They're probably what?
Brown.
No, but it just said he was burned in the furnace.
Okay.
So he's what color?
He's black.
He's black.
Right.
He's black. Not because you said it or I said it, but because the Bible said he's black.
That's
now give
right.
me Jeremiah 14:2. Now let me prove you who his family is out of the Bible.
I'm not.
These are black people.
disagreeing with you on the point.
Okay, good. But no, I mean, you're not disagreeing with me because you understand it as we're going along. But you're, listen what I'm saying.
Being a Christian my whole life.
Okay. Hey, listen, Christians don't believe Jesus is
A
black.
lot of them do.
No, they don't.
The Christians that I grew up
Listen. Southern Baptist Church, Pentecostal Church. Listen, we've seen every church on this corner and all the more depressed areas on this island. There's a church on every block here in Maui. There's a church on every block in the south of the U.S. There's a church on every ghetto in every state, in every city. There's 5 churches for every block. They do not teach that the people of God are black. They don't teach that, sis. They don't teach that, right? It is. But our people hate to read. Right? Because the Bible clearly just identified him as a black man. Right?
My point is,
Now,
maybe
wait.
those are the problems. It's
Yes.
like they hate to read. So
Yes.
how do we get our brothers
Listen.
and sisters to read?
Because you got to instill some sort of self-confidence in them. You got to instill some sort of self-pride in them. But when you come at them and say the only thing of value that matters is this white man or it is,
saying that,
listen,
bro?
society, the world, the things that we go through. The things that happened to Julian Hayward III getting lynched in Hawaii and no one talks about it. In Maui,
Right here.
the paradise of the world. Our people getting lynched here as if we're in Mississippi.
Right.
But let's not talk about that. That's something of no value. When that happens to our people, that thing that it happened to is of no value. Read that. Go back to Leviticus, because we're still talking about immediate fixes. The sister had an excellent question. It was an excellent question. Now I'm giving you some of the immediate fixes. The first thing we talked about was marriage and establishing strong family structure. Watch this. Read.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17.
Come on.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Come on.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Do what? Do you know what it means to rebuke your neighbor? What does that mean? Watch this. To what? To what?
To be disagreeable with them.
To be.
Tell him like you ain't shit.
You ain't shit. See, now that's the way it might come across. That's the way it might think, right? If someone rebukes you, they're not trying to tell you you ain't shit. That's not what they're trying to tell you. Let's see what they're trying to tell you. Watch this.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
So what is the rebuking supposed to, what is the objective of the rebuking? To not suffer sin. To not suffer sin. So when I see my brother treating his sister wrong, I'm going to say this. Hey, bro, you know you shouldn't be doing that right like that. You know you an Israelite. You need to follow these commandments or God going to judge the hell out of you. You need to get yourself right. You need to treat her like the weaker vessel like God commanded you. Because you know that you're a child of Israel.
Right.
But if I'm just a nigga, that means nothing to me. Now, that word might offend you, but to 99% of the world, it's something to just say, it's just another term for black. And that's really what it means. It just means black. Because nigga's in the Bible. All right, in Acts 13. Nigga's in the Bible. It just means black. Right? Read that.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You know, now, immediate fix. It says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. So now notice it's very specific of me dealing with my brother. And it says, thou shalt not avenge or bear any grudge. What would happen to our communities on MLK Boulevard? Because it doesn't matter where we are. On MLK Boulevard, right? What would happen if we stopped, listen, sis, don't get distracted. If we stopped having grudges one toward another, what would happen? You ask for immediate fixes. Don't get distracted, right?
If we were to love each other as we love ourselves, as we should love our community,
Yes.
it would be a lot better.
Okay, that's an immediate fix. But I'm not going to apply anything in this book to me unless I know who this book is for. So when I begin to read this book and I recognize, yo, this actually happened. Yo, we actually went into slavery. They did have the symbol of the eagles. America is the place where we are being carried captive, right? You following sis? All right. When I recognize the things that actually happened in history apply to me, and they're written in this book, I can recognize I'm the children of Israel. And once I recognize I'm the children of Israel, now I begin to see my brother as something of value. Value. You cannot say I'm going to bypass establishing self-esteem for myself and my people and begin to teach them white man doctrine, which is money and academics, which they're not even going to tell you who you are, which is why when I say the people of Israel, you go to the state of Israel in an area that was made up known as the Middle East. When you look at a map, Israel is in northeast Africa.
Right.
That's why they walked from Egypt to Jerusalem, to Israel.
Right.
It's connected. The Suez Canal was created and it's man-made. This is all historical fact.
Right.
That's when the term Middle East came into play. That's all man-made. But if you don't know this, all of your knowledge and information is built upon white man doctrine. Because once again, you see them as God. So you believe everything they say, right? So that's why, and that's what's important about knowing who you are. That's what's important about knowing who you are. Did you finish that?
Right. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Come on.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
So now it said, he called him your neighbor, right? So we was in haiku today, and it said, what did it say, good neighbors or something? Something about good neighbors. Did Julian Haywood III have good neighbors? He was murdered. He was hung, right? So clearly they understood that the neighbors that we're talking about was their own people. We went to a farmer's market today and immediately was met with opposition, right? The curiosity is on 10.
Right.
What are these black guys doing here?
Right.
We don't see this too often. Do you not know we are an anomaly just seeing 4 black people in Maui together
Right.
without someone of another race with us? Whoa! Why is that so? Because we've been trained to separate from one to another. And the moment you say, I'm dealing with my sister, it has nothing to do with you, they go, whoa, 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 what about me? Well, what about all the banks, the IMF, everything that you control on this earth? How come that's not distributed nicely? Why do all the black and brown people live into the impoverished conditions? Why isn't that distributed equally? Because they know what we don't know. Someone has to be the burden bearers for someone to be living wealthy. That's what Wailea is all about.
Right.
Just drive over there. Yeah, just drive over there. So from there, get Zephaniah 2 and 1. Get Zephaniah 2 and 1. But it must start with the knowledge of who you are. Matter of fact, before you get that, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. You must know who you are, sis. You are an Israelite, right? Watch this, read. And Hebrew. Watch
Deuteronomy
this.
chapter 7 and verse 6.
And I don't mean an Israeli and I don't mean an Arab.
Right.
I mean an Israelite and I mean a Hebrew. They are black people. That's why Joseph was mistaken for an Egyptian who was an African. That's why Jesus went into Egypt to hide from Herod, which is in Africa.
Right.
That's why Moses was raised in the house of Pharaoh in Egypt, which is in Africa. Because Hebrews and Africans are the same skin complexion, but are a different tribe of people, a different race of people, but they're still all black. Don't get caught in a black-white thing. It's not a color thing. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Now let's see what God says about your race of people, the Israelites. Read.
For thou art an holy people.
It says, for thou. Thou is not everybody when you understand the context of Deuteronomy. Get Deuteronomy 1 and 1. If I'm having a conversation with you right now, right, sis? Let's make it very plain. I'm speaking to you, Angie. I'm not speaking to him, and I'm not speaking to him. So when I say you, the next thing that followed, does it apply to him or him? No. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
Right.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So the book of Deuteronomy is Moses speaking to all Israel. Go ahead, 7 and 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
1.
For thou art.
For thou, Angie, you are, watch this, read.
Art and holy people.
I see you following. I'm just, just walk with me, read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto who?
Unto the Lord thy God.
Your creator says you're special. Your creator says you're special. Watch this.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Now here's the thing. God says, now I choose you. You is not everybody else. You is you. I choose you. All right, read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
What does special mean? What is special? Unique. Special, right? Special. Right? Watch this.
Above.
What?
Above.
Equal to.
Above.
That's not very democratic.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
It's not my words, Angie. What did God just say about you and your people? What did the Bible say? Not you. You're not saying it.
Above and not below.
Ah.
Great.
And not that.
Okay.
Great.
But if now, immediate fixes. Think about if our men and our brothers and our young men, the ones that turn to gangs, that turn to drugs, that turn to alcohol. Think about them not now knowing their creator says, you're special, bro. You shouldn't be acting like that. You're a royal priesthood, bro. You shouldn't be acting like that.
Right.
You should conduct yourself like royalty.
Right.
Our people love to claim royalty, but live like scum.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.